The Gateway Experience. Personal notes. A few years ago, a series of viral trends emerged, speaking of codes to counter pain, manifest outcomes, and more. The internet today is saturated with true and self-proclaimed gurus, with tricksters and charlatans, and, of course, with well-meaning people and genuine creators of truth and reality. Beyond categorizing or taking sides in something that is already quite settled, since folly, deception, and delusion are their own fruits, and also, beyond praising and exalting humans who, in the end, have done nothing more than discover what we all witness daily, what all of us, for the past few years and through certain alienations and confinements, have been led to realize, to a greater or lesser extent, as the last burning nail to cling to. The mind is not the end, the world is only the beginning, life is infinite, and there is a supreme being beyond our own will. This is what I learned, reinforced, confirmed, and decided in my use of the Gateway Experience. Let it be said in passing, it is not my intention to absolutize the sun, or define the edge of the void. Rather, I seek to instruct myself in the beloved art of communicating and letting out, in the form of words, more or less ordered, conclusions that, though not definitive, align with those already held, noted, memorized, and explored by wise men of old and saints from all civilizations and times, in any of the sacred texts, and only ever sacred texts, used to echo what is, I am more than a mind, I am more than a body. If you live and breathe, you must notice that every day it becomes more expensive to do so. Dynasties, lineages, arcane forces, external and internal, may or may not be waging a battle within you for something we do not even fully understand or articulate, will. The wanting, the commanding, the manifesting. How much error lies in the one who thinks that speaking is just speaking and that silence is its opposite. Not a single one of your words is superfluous, not a single one of your actions is wasted, and they all share a common good, an end, a beginning, and a middle, you. Yes, this has been said to exhaustion, and it's more than likely that, if you've made it this far, you've either repeated it, learned it, or understood it. A question, then, arises within me, the first and most natural one. At the beginning of this whole, I am more than the body and the mind, I am more than Juan, Pepe, or Luis, and it is, what good does it do me to know that I am more than a body and a mind? What good does it do me to manifest a better life? Fool is the one who thinks, what good does it do you? Helping others, manifesting wealth, success, friends, an assured lineage, and an endless array of delicious dishes that will never, ever cease to satisfy you, for, all rivers flow to the sea, and the sea is never full. The function of heat is not questioned by fire, or in other words, water is in no way interested in what it feels like to be wet. Water wets, fire dries, humans heal, manifest, communicate through the mind, possess remote vision, solve problems, visit places and people, are immortal, live in different dimensions, can see the past and the future, have higher and lower instances within themselves, are not limited by a body. This is just and nothing more than an appendage, and all of this can be done sitting, lying down, relaxed at home if they so choose. I understand, then, that certain statements would drive the most mustachioed of heroes mad and scandalize the most reserved of victors, but have you noticed, we live in a world where even to buy 3 sweets, you must put on your best face, in a world, whether due to certain or uncertain policies, where lying, hating, manipulating becomes increasingly cheap, where we all do it, and those who don't are lying to themselves. Therefore, I thank you in advance for any opinions and comments, and far from being defensive, I position myself in what I can call the I couldn't care less, or the classic I'm not interested. How many have already been tamed with the sweet lesson of knowing, it matters little what you know if you don't know who you are? Or better yet, what good is it to gain the world if you lose your life in the attempt? The answers lie within you. Stop playing at being smarter than others, you are not. Stop wanting to win, the battle is not yours, nor is it of those who are fighting it. Take your place, not by birthright, please. What kind of absurd thought makes you feel deserving of something just for being born? It is, and again, I refer to the natural and real, as if you were saying, the wind deserves to fly free. That's how empty is that thought that demands freedom from the widest and cleanest of prairies. That's how impune is the punishment of continuing to think that your brother is your enemy and that the bad in your life is only there to teach you how you should or shouldn't be. Reality, truth, does not fight with anyone, and cares little whether you believe in it or not. If you, as a human, and according to yourself only human, can get used to not being loved or respected, what do you think happens with God, the Supreme, the Absolute, who by the way exists, and is as real as the fork you felt in your hands and mouth this morning, or as the hunger that keeps knocking at your door. He is unmoved, my friend. Your life and your realization depend 99.9% on you. That 0.1% is the part still veiled to us, but that is well worth all the years of existence and civilization. It is the 0.1% that makes us human, only human, and more than human. Therefore, to define what the gateway experience is capable of or not, as it could be no other way, you must listen to the tapes, inform yourself through the Monroe Institute that developed it, read and research everything related to it and its processes, interviews with Robert Monroe, and the various resources available online. I do not wish to save you the effort. It is by no means easy to listen to over 40 meditations, and much less so to deal with what, sooner or later, you will discover. You are more than a body and a mind. Nothing is by chance, everything matters, and at the same time, nothing is so important as to imprison you, to keep you captive. No ideal, person, religion, God, gods, gender, race. Nothing can stop you because you are the same as the earth that receives the sea. You are the same as the sun that dries both. Only you are the one stopping yourself, and only you are responsible for not breaking free of the prison, but rather discovering that, made by you, it can also be undone by you. Thus, this is my conclusion after using the gateway technique. The abilities and tricks taught within it are real. You can heal, you can see, you can hear, you can speak to human beings far from your physical presence, you can partake in decisions made in other spheres, and you can leave your physical body at will. The applications that all of this might have in your life, the impact you may or may not cause in your community upon discovering that what you call fantasy is the purest of truths, only you will know. But of one thing I am sure, no human being can close their eyes once they have been opened. Thank you all for listening. Subscribe and share if you wish.